So I wonder why we experience people hating on us for no reason. They don't know your story. They don't know who you are. They see the work that you have done, but not even knowing and understanding the work that was put in. Have you guys ever experienced that? So let me say this to you. They're not going to want to be in your shoes, but yet they hate on you for what you've done. I'm going to give you a little example of what I'm talking about. I am 64 years old. I was raised by a parent who was disabled, was not able to speak. My mom left 4 of us, and I was the oldest of 4. I was 7 years old. My mom was an alcoholic. So my siblings were younger. My youngest sibling was my baby sister. She was not even a year old when Mama left us. So needless to say, I really never had a childhood life. So at age 16, I got pregnant. And it was really something that was really hard. It really was. So after having my son, it was a struggle for me to complete high school because I didn't have anybody to keep him. So several people in my neighborhood pitched in to help me take care of my son. So I was able to stay in the marching band, which was grateful because, again, the neighborhood, it takes a village. My neighbors helped me take care of my son. I graduated from high school, but when I graduated, nobody was there with me. I was there alone. My mom wasn't there. Daddy wasn't there. Daddy wasn't there because, one, he had to stay at home. My younger siblings, we did not have a car. We were very, very poor. So a lot of my friends went to college, and I wanted to go to college, but I was not able to. Being a single parent at age 17, 18, it was just really hard. It was impossible. So I felt like a failure, and I tried to end it, and my daddy saved me. Had to be rushed to the hospital, tried to end it. Thanks be to God, my dad saved me. So one evening, while walking home from the bus, I had my son on my shoulder, carrying him, and this person put a gun in my back and tried to rape me. You're talking about a traumatic experience. I remember my baby crying so loud and chased the guy away. He said, "Don't look back, don't look back." And he said, "Just kneel down in the grass." And he ran away because my baby cried, and I went across the street to call the police. So a little while after that, I attempted to end it again. So thanks be to God, it did not happen because I'm here now to speak about it. All because I felt like a failure. On 2 attempts, I felt like a failure. So fast forward, that son who I had in high school, he's so amazing. He got his first job when he was 16, had his own route with Coca-Cola. Then he went to college. He didn't finish at the time. He went to college for 2 years and later decided to join the Air Force. Tried to make the Air Force be a career. It ended when he was in about 14 years. He developed a brain tumor. After having 8 major surgeries, 7 brain surgeries, and he had another one later, like last year. He survived, thanks be to God. He had some damage here to the nerve where it's a little difficult for him to control the muscles over here, but thanks be to God, he's still with us. He's so amazing. He has a beautiful family. He's married. He doesn't live in Alabama. I'm grateful he's working for the government, and he's retired veteran, the Air Force. I'm so proud of him. So 21 years later, I had another child, my daughter. And on May 30th, she will become a doctor, a dentist. So right after undergrad, she's the first person in my immediate family to graduate with an undergrad degree. She graduated early. She graduated with highly distinguished honors in the Honors College. She also graduated summa cum laude. She got accepted to one of the best dental schools in the world. And on May 30th, she will graduate. She already has a license. She's passed her board. She passed her licensure test on the first try. And she will graduate May 30th. That is my son's birthday. Yeah, my kids are 21 years apart. And you know what? When I sit back and I think about all the sacrifice the sacrifices that went into doing the things I need to do for my family. I barely finished high school. I went to college, but I didn't finish college. And I worked a job for 37 years. I remember working that job only making barely minimum wages. I've always had 2 and 3 jobs the whole time, and worked so much that I could barely even say to you that I had the time that I wanted to spend with my son because I worked so much. So I missed going to school to have lunch with him because I had to work all the time. I didn't get to go do a lot of things with him growing up. But when my daughter came along, I made the ultimate sacrifice to be there. Things were a little different when she came on the scene. But I know, like in undergrad, she would stay at school till 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning in the library studying. Guess what? I stayed up the whole entire time waiting on her because I was concerned about her safety. So I would be on the phone with her. She walked to the parking deck in the dark. We did that for 3 years. Yes, I only had 2 and 3 hours of sleep every day. The sacrifices we made, the sacrifices she made to study, the sacrifices that I made as a parent, it was there. So my son is so proud of her. He told her, he said, look, I'm going to support you because my son is really old enough to be her dad. He said to her, as long as you're in dental school, I'm going to support you. And he did just that. He held up his end of the bargain. They're close. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So in celebrating her success, I've got family members come from all over the United States to celebrate her. She's going to be a doctor, a dentist. And I say this because there's some people out there who will dislike you and who are jealous of your success, but they don't know the blood, sweat, and tears behind that. They don't know that bills couldn't get paid sometimes. Because in 37 years of working a job, I lost my job because I was taking care of my mom. I'm also a caregiver because I lost my baby sister when she was 33 years old. I had to raise her 9-year-old son. I take care of my brother who's autistic. I take care of my nephew who's autistic, and I take care of mama. I lost my job of 37 years taking care of mama. And at the same time, my daughter was graduating from undergrad is when I lost my job. So I didn't know how I was going to financially get my daughter through dental school. Thanks be to God, through the grace and mercy that we were able to get there. We're now on the other side of this. You know, there's been some chatter where people don't like you because of your success. But the one thing I must say, that I always stay humble. I teach my kids to be humble. Nobody knows the blood and sweat and tears that go into the things that they see on the surface. This was not easy. This is not an easy task. There are a lot of things I didn't get to go to. A lot of things I didn't get to have because of the ultimate sacrifice that I wanted to make for my kids, because I didn't want them to work hard like I did. I didn't have anybody to lean on. My daddy passed away when I was age 24. My mom left us when I was 7 because she was an alcoholic. She didn't know. She didn't have any control over that. I don't blame her for that. But I didn't have anybody. If I fell on tough times, I had nobody to go to. I had to get out there and get it. I had to have grit. I had to go out there and work and let my children see that whatever you start, you complete it. I should have been a statistic. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't drink. I don't smoke. But you would think, yes, God is so good. It takes a village. And I'm grateful to all those people who were in my life. Those people who inspired me. Those people I will look up to and say, I can do that. If you did it, I can do this. Or if I can't do it, my kids can do it. So I encourage all of you to keep going. Because when I tried to end it, if I ended it, I wouldn't be where I am today to talk about this, to celebrate my kids coming together. They're coming together on a very special day when my daughter walked across that stage to become a dentist at age 25. Yeah. And this mommy barely made it. By the grace of God, we're here.